Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. Welcome to a heavy metal Irongol championship match between Caleb and DVS. They are going to be going at it tonight with some interesting flags. The matchup here is their fourth matchup they have had in the Irongol competition. So far, Caleb holds a 2-1 advantage. We'll see how things are going to shake out tonight. This is also a bit of a preview for Friday night, where we have our Double Dragon Rumble starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Caleb and DVS will again be on opposing sides, with Dwight and DVS, Team D&D, and Team Caleb, Ale, and Caleb. My name is Luffy DV. I am joined tonight in the booth by Deadpulse with Shadow Flames on Tracker. Deadpulse, how you doing tonight, man? Want to tell us a little bit about the flags?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Yeah, let's talk about these flags. This is reminiscent to a little bit what we had last week in the match of Davis versus Ragnarok. We do have shops randomized, include caster and elite gear, which is going to be interesting. We also have generated spell books with mixed spell books. But retain old permissions is still on, so that's going to be very interesting, considering it looks like they're starting with a solo red mage. And you might be wondering why that is. That's because they have to recruit their party. They've all started with a forced character, which happened to be a red mage, and they have to recruit the rest of their party as they go along. It's a one and done kind of thing. As soon as they recruit someone into a none spot, they don't get to change that character.
That is correct. So
we also
use some strategy on who they want to replace.
We also have 23 locations as key items. Everything except Vanilla Crown location in Marsh Cave. But we have 24 items, so there's going to be one loose somewhere. And last but not least, we are on a treasure hunt, somewhere between 24 and 32 shards before you can go into Topher.
That is correct. We also have shortened Topher tonight with Fiend Tiles, so that's going to be kind of nice for him. But with shuffled entrances, floors, and towns, the party recruitment, it's going to be an interesting night. I'm going to get ready to drop the gate on the runners, and we're going to get going.
The last thing to note is enemy stats are set at 50 to 300%, and boss stats 150 to 500%.
All right, I just dropped the gate on our runners, and they're going to get going in just a minute.
Looking in chat, correct. They have to go into the inn, which is changed into a tavern, to recruit one of their light warriors.
Yep, and like Deadpulse said, that only is going to be able to replace a nun, so some strategy involved, I think. Maybe they're going to save before they check it out, because we also do have some blursing on our classes tonight, 4 bonuses and 2 malices. So all they know right now is what's on the red mage, and we're not going to know anything else until they pick them up. And we are off.
Looks like Black Mage is the hireable.
Mm-hmm. What we got? Black Wizard spells, plus 10 Vitality, Katana, plus 10 Luck. Not bad, not bad.
Bane 8.
Oh, okay.
That is how you make things dead. Saracen, no, I did not get a chance to take a look at the blurses on the red mage, so we're going to have to guess as we go along.
Seven, not bad.
I'm looking at my notes. I forget what Halt 8 is. I think that's just like a stop spell.
Let me check here. Let me pull up my non-elemental paralysis.
Oh, we get our first look at Garland. Bane 8 taking quick work of him.
Mm-hmm. So Caleb picked up that black mage real quick. DVS keeping just the red mage right now. Thinking he's going to do a save and then think about picking him up right here, maybe. We'll see.
I mean, as far as black magic, I mean, Bane 8 is going to be really nice, but I don't know if that's the sweeper that he was looking for.
Nah, I tend to agree with you right there. It's a good insta-kill spell. It's going to do some work against Garland. You might get lucky with Kraken and Tia, but, you know, not the most ideal sweeper early in the game. And Caleb showing us Menu Simulator Screaming 2000 over here as well. Going to pick up a Pure Potion to save our ears.
It looks like we do have the Red Mage Blurses, which it was 40 HP, Fighter Strength, 10 Agility, and the ability to use the Thor Hammer. Unfortunately, the Blurses they can't use a ribbon, and they have 10 less luck.
I just saw right there for sale in Canaria, Flame Sword +8. That is borderline endgame swingable. So that is a very nice find that you're going to be able to pick up and put on that Red Mage to swing.
I'd take that all the way to the end game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. Classic Gamer in chat pointing out Flame +7 would be endgame, so +8, just a little bit better.
It's so terrifying watching. It's like a mirror. They have just gone completely the same way.
Yep.
Davis going to nope out of that and save.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. We found Grandpa real quick. Here's a key item. Let's see what he has to offer us. The ship. There's some movement. Not bad.
Now, with these flags, we do have a free canal. So that ship pretty much opens up half the world.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Davis trying to burn off some encounters before going back in.
Mm-hmm. On Caleb's side right there, in his inventory, you notice he has the oboe. That is one of my favorite personal flags that we have in the fun flags on the randomizer, Multi-Instrumental Sarah.
I had a good instrument that I was going to suggest, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was.
I'll give it some time. It might come back to you. Best part about this, our devs are wonderful and can throw anything into this game.
So trap tiles are shuffled, but they are not. They're the vanilla trap tiles. You're not going to see anything crazy like 3 eyes. Well, chat, you asked for it. Those egg sprites really crack me up.
So right here in the early game, you gotta like seeing the Sharknado floor early. You're gonna have some grind tiles here. You're gonna have a fair bit of treasure on that floor, but it looks like there's nothing really enjoyable here. I think I saw one chunk so far, and that's about it.
Now, personally, I do not care to see seafloor, right away, just because I like to ease into these kind of flags.
I agree. This is a floor that if you see, you'd like to come back to later on, maybe get some levels if you could, but definitely not something you want to see, sub 14, 15 at the very least.
On Dead Pack, when the only thing you have is Bane 8, that's going to ruin your day.
Yeah. Caleb just going to nope out of that real quick.
I mean, the good thing is you go into a place like this level of Sea Shrine. At least you can go in. If you take a wipe, maybe you've checked out some chests, you can improve on your next dive into it.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like Davis is just trying to take a couple of fights, maybe get some levels.
Yeah, it looks like Caleb's doing the same thing. He's up to level 9 right now on that red mage. That Bane 8 doing a little bit of work for him. Oh, that's not good. Ambushing ghosts. Oh, but he gets away.
Yeah, that's the nicest ghosts I have ever seen. Normally, they just punch me in the face for, 6 million damage.
Yep. DVS, I think he probably, worked his way on over to the Dwarf Cave, found the Volcano Armory, and he found an Agama, a trap tile right there. That's something you don't mind seeing.
Yeah, but that Agama had squint.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, that's going to ruin your day.
Mm-hmm.
So now the question is, how many of these fights do you take? Do you just go out right now, or do you take one more hoping you don't get slain instantly?
No, I mean, they're hitting pretty hard, too. I mean, he's doing quite a bit of work with that Flame 8 sword. I mean, I'd like to get to right around where he is, 12 to 15, and then kind of, try to save and get out of here, keep those levels. You're not going to lose a whole lot of time if you die here, because it is right on the encounter floor as soon as you walk in, but, any kind of backtrack right here is just going to feel bad.
I don't have my cheat sheet on me, but what are the hit requirements for the Flame Sword? He might just take this Red Mage up to 50 and solo it.
I mean, it's entirely possible. With that Flame 8, he's going to be doing some pretty good work.
And I laugh, but Davis is the type of runner, he could definitely pull off something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to look at this black magic over in Provoca. Nothing too good that I saw. Ooh, Xcal 5.
I was just checking some notes in the Discord right here, and with the Red Mage, Red Wizard, I see that they gain extra hits with the Massa at 5, 21, 37, and the Vorpal at 17, 33, and 49. So I'm not sure about the Flame Sword, but I gotta figure it looks like he'll probably get about 5, maybe, about 5 hits total, the higher level he gets with that Flame Sword, which will do some damage.
You pull off a fast and it's off to the races. And yeah, we did see Fog 8. That's going to be putting in some work.
Mm-hmm.
Ice 4, not the worst sweeper at all. It's comparable to Ice 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's enough to take out the pirates and, get you another key item.
And we found the crown. Now we just have to find where the Northwest Castle is.
Looks like DVS just found a Flame 4 stick over there in the armory. That's going to be some free casts of fire, too.
And our vendor item is a ruby. I like seeing the ruby as a vendor item. That means that I buy it. If I see the Titans, I can just instantly go to it.
Mm-hmm. This scene has definitely got some nice early floors here with Sharknado, Volcano Armory. We got Greater Than Lesson. There's quite a bit of chess here in the early game if they can maneuver their way through these enemies at these low levels.
Yeah, this floor that Caleb is on, this is my favorite if I'm doing any sort of walking experience grind in a dungeon.
Mm-hmm. It looks like DVS also picked up a Heal 3 helmet. That's not too shabby.
You'd be surprised how many times a heal item has saved me when all else has failed.
You are not wrong, my friend.
Davis, that's 7 more health than you needed to survive that. And right now he's thinking, yeah, that was planned. And, you know, it probably was. Egg must have cremate as well. Looks like Caleb's going to go back in and try to get that Pro Ring 3, and I think he still had a couple of chests to check.
Seems like one of these early encounters as well are those Cerberuses, which are going down to this Ice 4 spell if he can manage it. Run into a lot of guards though now, that's not good.
Referring to chat, it looks like item magic is not on, so they're going to be vanilla-ish.
He's gonna grab that Xcal +5 again too. That's gonna be nice right there. To if you can come across a fighter for sale in a pub.
You know, at that point, if I found a fighter, I might take 2.
Yeah, you know what? Not a bad plan at that point.
Why buy 1 when you can buy 2 for twice the price?
Man, looks like Caleb has found Sky 3 as well. 3 chunks in that room. That is very nice out of 5 chests.
So yeah, Sky seems like...
Yeah, go
ahead. Sky seems like the gift that keeps on giving.
So I was going to say, you will notice that they are called chunks tonight. Sometimes they're called stones. Sometimes they're called bigses or wedges. All kinds of fun Final Fantasy terms in there. But tonight we're collecting chunks.
Davis checking that chest that held a loose item in last week's run. Is rewarded with an opal gauntlet -2 or 3. I missed it.
He definitely wasn't going to leave that one behind. And we find mermaids too. This is a very chest-laden early game right here.
So if you're running this, how many shards are you hoping to see, in mermaids?
I mean, he found, 4 on that last floor right there on Sky? In mermaids, with all this free walking, I'm hoping to find at least 3 or 4 again. I mean, that'd be really nice. Oh, is this even randomized?
Slab and another chunk. Davis noping out of the bridge, boss.
Another Pro Ring Plus 3 right there for Caleb.
And I didn't catch what Davis leveled up his red mage to. Based on the health, got to be around 16.
Yeah, I think I saw him in the mid-teens right there. Try to check next time he takes a pause on a menu.
That wolf fruitlessly casting Fog 1. Sorry, bud.
And looks like that Red Mage is at 19. That's pretty good. 15 minutes into the seed, almost 16. You gotta like that. Oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry, folks, if you're looking for a 3-hour run. This probably isn't going to be it.
Oh, Caleb, that hurts. Trying to walk out all those chunks and ran into chimeras and ambushed him. That feels bad.
Well, it's always a risk going into those higher level areas, but he's got the knowledge. He knows where he can find them.
That was what, at least 5-6 shards on those floors, maybe. So that's going to be nice information to have for later on in the game if you got to pick up a couple.
And XP gain is based on shards. I believe it's every 8 shards they gain 25%.
Check my notes here. Yes, sir, you are correct. And looks like we swap one castle for another. Northwest Castle for Ordeals.
We're checking off those boxes one by one.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this. I mean, Caleb found a lot of shards. He had all of that, lost it to a really bad wipe, made some adjustments, decided, hey, I'm going to go check out other areas. I know it's here. That's just a veteran move.
Yep.
I wish I could let things go like that.
Caleb looks like he's going to work his way on over to Provoca area. I don't know if we've seen what's over here yet.
Davis was on a mission to get that ribbon +3, and he was rewarded.
Mm-hmm. The ribbon itself, one of the best pieces of gear in the game. But a +3, I mean, if it gives you any absorb, you'll take it for sure.
I'd still wear it if it was -5.
I think I have as well.
See, there's another interesting thing. Caleb grabs the chain -4. It was really the only option. It doesn't give a lot of protection, but anything is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. Picking up a white mage. Looks like he's going to keep him, too. If he didn't want him, he might have reset out of that.
Cat Claw +8. Is there any weapons that they're going to throw at us anymore, or are we stacked enough?
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, we don't even really need to find that Master of Vorpal tonight. We got an X-Cal 5, a Flame +8, Cat Claw +8. We got endgame weapons 19 minutes in.
See, my problem is you show me a scimitar +9, and I'm thinking I could take this to chaos. Davis getting his sea legs, going to go out and explore the world now. And you were right, Luffy, that investment of that fire staff.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs spell charges?
Yeah, free cast to fire too, pretty much. I'll take it. It's going to do work against those ghosts. Not much against anything else on this floor, but it can at least protect you from that.
I do like Caleb's move to pick up the white mage, because wall 7 at level 1, and that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Picks up the hold spell right there too. Interesting play. Try to put that to some use for him. Classic Gamer in chat pointing out that they once took an Iron Hammer +9 to Chaos. I haven't gotten that crazy, but I did take a Silver Dagger +6 once. That kind of worked out okay.
Oh, and Caleb found the black belt. Look at these bonuses.
Black Mage Vitality on that, though, so it's not going to gain the HP as much as you would like to see, but you still get that black belt up into the 40s. It's going to still have about around 700, 800 maybe HP by the time it's done. I think
Pretty sure I saw a 20% hit on it too.
Yeah, I think I just saw a couple of spell charges on there too as he was menuing fast. I think it's got some magic on it too. Wow.
Double checking, I saw Neck 8, which is a necromancy spell.
Mm-hmm.
AoE, that's going to put in work.
Yep. Protect you against some undead. We found Northwest Castle. And we get the canoe. There we go. Now we got the world open to us aside from finding that floater.
I know chat mentioned this earlier about Caleb likes to run the moonwalking sprites, as you will. And apparently he heard you because he must have just turned it on.
Yeah, that I don't know how many times I played with Caleb in afternoon pickup races or just watching him. That to this day, that sprite just freaks me out. I don't know why.
So all I'm thinking is when we find the the Masamune, is it going to be +9? Is that where this is going?
I'm not sure. I mean, the way this early game has gone, you would think the Massa would roll plus, but I mean, it wouldn't shock me if that's the one thing in the seed that rolled like a -9. Even still, that's endgame weapon.
See, right now you've got 4 swords. There's 4 fiends. Use one for each different one.
Yeah, just swap them out each time as you're done moving along.
Ick, it's got fiend blood on it. Throw it away. It looks like Caleb is set on his party black belt rainbow. And yeah, Meteor 8.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
The black belt is walking backwards because he knows how to rock. No, it's a sprite manipulation, basically reversing everything on there. It's a really neat idea, and it even though it kind of freaks people out, like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty cool. It's original, that's for sure. Along with his eggs, you gotta love it. So, I don't know if Caleb has come across the Volcano Armory like Davis did, but if he does, I mean, you might see him take a little bit of a grind with that black belt on the Agama if he can get some levels on that guy.
Let's just hope he finds out that it's spell list before he does 20 levels and then dies to it.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate. Alright, another key item there for Caleb. Picking up the Adamant out of Titan's Trove. Are we going to check the wormhole? Yes, we are. That's no fun.
Every door leads to another door.
Yeah, you're just going to swap the east entrance for the west entrance this time. Okay, I see how it's going to be.
We're taking out some aggression on some of these ogres here, hoping to get Maya just a couple of levels, maybe up to 12, so he can start punching things.
Mm-hmm. We found Elflin Castle, too. No herb to turn in, but it's good information.
I don't like that it's kind of far out of the way. Until I get my airship, I'm going to have to go through Titan's Trove. Well, I guess it's not. It's not farther than, Sardas.
That's true.
but it feels far, and I can feel how I want. Dave's getting the good news that there's chunks galore.
Mm-hmm. So we're about 26 minutes in here. Caleb has pretty much filled out his party. He's going to roll that black belt rainbow. Dave is still sitting with just red mage thief. If it was you right now, Dead Pulse, what are you thinking you're doing? You got the canoe, you got the ship, you've done a little exploration, you're getting some levels. What's your plan right now?
My plan is to go back in to Elfland, get those shards, get out of there, and then head over and take a look at what's going on over in the volcano. See if I can snag the floater out of there or something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Because with that black belt, I'm trying to get up to 8 shards at least, if not 16, before I start a grind, just to make it that much quicker.
Yep, I agree. Very fortunate too that we found those agamas where we did, basically right outside the doorway there at Dwarf Cave. So with the fire flame tiles there, he's gonna be able to take the mages down pretty fast once he wants to start that solo grind, if that's what Caleb decides to do.
I like Davis having the thief. It brings me back to the Duckling Weekly, which is highlighting the thief.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that had a little influence on it.
It could. I mean, thief is a nice little, utility. You can do some melee damage when you promote him to a ninja. If the blessings on him are pretty decent, maybe you get some spell charges early. He's the only one that can swing the katana if you find it when he promotes. I mean, the thief's got some uses.
And if you want to learn more about the thief, you can search on the YouTubes for the Duckling Boot Camp Week 4. See the team put together a little spiel on how to thief.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can join us on the Discord and take a look for yourself. When do those Duckling Weeklies run? I know we got 4 more before the Derby.
Yeah, they run every Sunday night at 10 p.m. We got the Derby starting January 17th, I think. That'll run for about 4 weeks. So the newer players in the randomizer get together, and we all jump into a little tournament. Each week we're going to do a race, and we're going to see how it finishes out at the end. I know you'll be there. I'll be there. It's going to be exciting.
And I promise this week I won't fall asleep before and have to watch the Duckling Boot Camp the morning after.
That was me a couple weeks ago, so I understand.
It's nice to have an interactive chat going on when all of this is being explained.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true. I like the thief even more that it can use the X-Cal, and since we've seen +5,
yeah.
I mean, the 4th time I've said, yeah, that's your endgame weapon.
We've got a couple endgame weapons right now, so this is great. Oh, this is a nice little fight right here, too. We got Gersharks and Big Eyes. I think that might be off a hard reset right here on the seafloor. So if Caleb can make this work, this is nice. And no. Alright, we found Ice Cave.
I mean, the Gersharks and the Eyes, they're great, but they can also be pretty dangerous. He probably thought, you know what, I'm going to see if Bane kills him. If they don't, I'm just gonna nope out.
Yeah, that's not a bad move. You know it's there again off the hard reset if you want to play with it. So, and it looks like katana, another pro ring.
Just a garden variety katana? What is this?
I mean, usually it rolls minus, so I guess you'll take it right now. And look at that. Black mage wielding katana. How about that? Ooh.
You hate to see the Phantom on that trap tile, especially if you
Yep.
don't have an exit spell.
Mm-hmm. That X-Cal is doing work for Davis over there. He's already swinging it for about 450 damage.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of if I were Davis. I have this Thief already doing a massive amount of damage. How do I round out my party?
Yeah, well, I mean, he knows where the Black Mage is. Black Mage got access to a couple of really nice spells. I think I saw Temper and Fast out there, so you're going to probably want to bring him along to double your hits and enhance your weapon. But then what are you going to do with that fourth spot? I mean, he could 3-man it. He can try to pick up that White Mage if he finds him. But if he's committing to that Thief, and you got Caleb committing to that Black Belt, you're seeing two very different strategies right here in how they're approaching this.
I don't know if I'm gutsy enough to try this flag running at 3-man, just because the bosses are 500%.
That's a very good point.
But then again, I'm not as good as Davis or Caleb, so all bets are off.
Yeah, and to your point with the boss scaling, we are 150% to 500%. So we're looking at an average of 273% on that HP, which is going to not be friendly.
Well, last week I know Chaos rolled close to 9,000. You know, what do you think we're going to get this week?
I mean, the way things have been going, I would expect nothing less than about 9,000 again, you know, to quote DBZ. If it's over 9,000, we'll see.
Davis finding the floater in ordeals.
Nice. And shout out to Shadow Flames, our tracker extraordinaire, pointing out that the X-Cal +5, the hits for the Thief is 2 at 4, 3 at 12, 4 at 20, 5 at 28, 6 at 36, and 7 at 44. So he's going to be doing some damage if he can get that Thief up into the 40s. Yeah, Jat2980 in chat pointing out at 500% bosses, you're going to want a Black Belt and a Lockcaster. I cannot disagree with that at all.
I'm looking through the notes. I haven't seen any sort of lock spell, but maybe I'm mistaken.
I don't think I saw one either, but I mean, we've seen level 1, 2, and 4 magic so far.
There it is, level 4. And I think that was with white magic, if I'm correct. Had fast 5 as well.
Shadow Flame's correcting me now. That's going to be 8 hits for the Thief at 44, not only 7. I cut him short. That is my mistake. I'm sorry. How dare I take a swing away from you, sir?
And Caleb getting stun locked.
Oh, that stone touch I saw right there by something.
And he gets out of it. I can't believe it.
Wow. That's huge.
Do you see the slight pause, just the gears turning in his head, going, what are my chances of getting out of here? Can I kill everything? Makes the right play, gets out of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Don't tell me I jinxed it. Get out of it again, Caleb.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on, Caleb.
This is the point. It's painful.
Yep. Oh, God. Stone poison, too? That's just... Oh, gosh. That's a nasty pack of enemies.
And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just...
I mean, trance itself is bad enough, and then you have glance thrown in there, stone poison as well. I mean, that's awful.
This happens to everybody, but you hate to see it happen twice to the same person in the same run.
Mm-hmm. Again, Caleb getting information there, but leaving without his levels and without the gear and items. So feels bad, but again, he knows what's there.
And again, moving on, finding something else to go to. When he comes back to do these, he's just going to whip right through them. And it's even possible he doesn't have to go back. I mean, there wasn't anything spectacular there.
I didn't notice many chunks in there, and I didn't notice what the item was.
Replying in chat to Simply Jeff, absolutely. New players. New players only. There are some rules if you've been around the community for quite some time. But yeah, join us on the Discord. Get some information there. Watch the Duckling Boot Camp. Take part in some of the async races. Signups are going on right now if you want to be part of the Duckling Derby. I know we have a huge turnout so far, and it's only getting bigger.
Yep. That is correct. We had 50 people run the Duckling Weekly last week, which was very impressive. I noticed some of the veterans in the community very happy to see the activity going on. So it's nice to be a part of it.
Caleb finding boatloads of gold here.
Yeah, as DVS finds the old men off their medication trying to track down his item.
And he gets his ox ale. Speaking of which, Caleb just used it. Grabbed a bunch of chests, got out.
I think I saw a Sun Sword +2 right there. So again, another great endgame weapon and once you get to promote.
I hope they find the Master Unit because I have to know what the blurse is on it.
I mean, we need to start taking bets right now. I mean, considering all these gears that rolled up, I gotta think the Massa rolled down. I just have to.
See, I'm going to take the opposite stance. I think it rolled up, and I'm going to tell you why. Every time that I run a seed with blurst weapons, it's everything's got -4, -3. I can't find an endgame weapon, or they're everywhere.
Well, considering we are doing Shard Hunt here, they know they're going to be opening boxes, so we just might find out.
Caleb finding Canaria Castle. Vorpal 9!
Oh, wow.
Is that yet another endgame weapon?
Oh, I mean, that's... Wow.
Vorpal 9, it's alright, I guess.
See, though, if I was Caleb, though, I'd take that Vorpal 9. I would go back to that Sky 3 floor that I was collecting all the stuff on. I make sure I throw that out the window. I want no part of it. Only for the memes.
Yes, DVS does have the floater, but he doesn't have the canoe. A nice little route divergence. If this were the tagged tournament going on, then they would both have the canoe and the floater, as they get to share key items.
That's right. And with the Double Dragon Rumble going on Friday night, it is going to be co-op, so we will be sharing items with our partner.
And that's why I love this match specifically. I will bet you that one of the first matches that comes out after the Rumble is going to be Team Caleb versus Team D&D.
I mean, I am 100% believing that that's going to be the case as well. I mean, these guys they love the competition. They're always going after each other. They got a nice, healthy rivalry going. I mean, their teammates, Ale and Dwight, are no slouches themselves, so it's going to be quite a fun matchup for sure. As our tracker Shadow Flames points out in chat, Vorpal +9, 42 damage, 50 hit, 87 crit. So you get some tempers and some fast on that Vorpal, I mean, it's going to be doing boatloads of damage.
Yeah, that's what I said. All right, I guess. And Sky 4 giving Caleb a little bit of trouble trying to find his way through the generated maze.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's hit every dead end he's going to, so.
I just took a quick peek at the flags, wondering if we had our Robot Chicken Overlord on patrol, but he is on vanilla tonight, so we will not see Warmech in this room randomly.
But even though the Double Dragon Tournament Rumble is going on in 3 days, there's still time to sign up. Find yourself a partner. If you can't find yourself a partner, there are people looking for partners.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I think we have 7 teams signed up so far right now, so 14 runners, and we got room for plenty more. So if you're looking for a partner, if you need a partner, if you know somebody, just get together and jump on into the pool. Water's fine.
There are also whispers, unconfirmed whispers, mind you, of teams that are going to be announcing themselves right on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The suspense is killing me. Yeah, Davis making his way to the canoe. Going to get himself airborne soon.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, these
Whiz vampires with crack? Gross.
Yeah. And they have a ton of HP too. I mean, he was doing some damage, swinging, throwing spells out at him, and they just wouldn't let him go.
You got to respect Caleb. He is getting the shaft in all of these dungeons, and he's not showing any sign of tilt. He's showing determination, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
Finds a 2-fighter fight. I wish I phrased that better, but it's going to get a lot of experience out of it.
Yep. He's got that black belt up to level 10 right now. So right now, DVS definitely has the level advantage. But Caleb has the exploration advantage for sure. As, slowly but surely, though, Davis is going to be catching up pretty fast.
With these flag sets, information is always key.
Mm-hmm. I think Davis has a pretty significant shard lead as well, too. I think he's at like 10, maybe, with Caleb's 2. But Caleb knows where there's, at least 8 or 9 kind of sitting there waiting for him.
So the generated sky floor leads to the not generated waterfall cave. I know I'd be thinking to myself, oh, thank goodness. I don't have to figure out a gen waterfall cave.
I mean, that just, I've been very kind to them with the seed I rolled so far with the magic and with the weaponry. So, I mean, I would have felt really bad if I rolled the map, the randomized sky floor, and then a Proc Gem waterfall back to back. That would have felt bad.
That would have been a bridge too far for me after seeing everything Caleb has seen, everything he's been through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just seeing a proc jet and be, nope, I'm done. What I find interesting is we've explored quite a bit, but we haven't seen any fiends yet.
No, we have not. So once they get in the air, though, I'm very interested to see what the Cardia Islands hold, because usually that can be either a treasure trove of fiend layers or a treasure trove of shards. So very interested to see what happens there. And looks like Davis is going to be the first one in the air.
47 minutes on the dot. That is not bad.
Mm-hmm. And shout out again to our tracker Shadow Flames with doing some math on the fly. The black belt with this hit blessing of 20 is going to get 6 hits at 14, 8 hits at 25, 10 hits at 36, and 12 hits at 46. That is going to be massive.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, we've already seen fast at level 50 or 42 black belts doing 20 hits for 4,000 or 5,000 damage. I mean, I just can't imagine what a level 50 black belt that's fasted, tempered up with 24 hits is going to do. I mean, you might be looking at knocking out this 9,000 HP chaos in one shot if you can get enough charges off.
Waterfall, 3 chests open so far, 2 of them chunks.
And a katana. Veteran move right there. Caleb had those warp charges ready to go. He was not leaving those items behind.
Pro rings for sale, Invis 3 gauntlet, I like.
Oh, yeah. Davis translate his slab. We haven't come across Lefane yet, so at least that's nice to not worry about any Lupa Lupa. Okay, I just saw Davis talk to the old man there in Melman, so I took a quick look at the flags, thinking, did I miss that hints were on in villages? But they are not.
It was nice. Davis likes to talk to the locals.
Oh, well, you know. Translate the slab, very next stop, Vanilla Lefane. That works.
And Davis, deciding that a fighter is not worth his time, receives a tail in Lefane.
Well, considering he already picked up that thief that can swing the X-Cow now pre-promotion, I can't say I totally blame him there. He might be holding out trying to find that black belt, thinking about those boss clamps.
I want to blame him, but he's right, and you're right. I remember you rewind, 15 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, whatever it was. And I'm like, yeah, I'm absolutely taking a fighter. Oh, how the tables have turned.
I just saw Caleb there parking at one of the little used docks right there by the Peninsula of Power up by Provoca. I don't think I've parked my ship there more than maybe a handful of times since I've been playing Randomizer.
It's also easy to forget it was there. Not that I did that until he parked there. So we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of what's going on as far as Magic goes, as far as their kind of strategies. What are you looking for still?
Well, I mean, the most important thing, to your point you brought up earlier, we have not found any fiends yet. But now that we got Davis in the air, he's going to be checking these Cardia Isles pretty quickly. And then we're going to see if he comes across some of them. It wouldn't shock me to see all 4 of our fiends hanging out up here in the islands. Classic Gamer in chat pointing out no key, no TFC. That is correct. We are going to be leaving one chest behind here for sure.
The chest that got away.
Yeah. The chest that no one wants to check until you really want to check it and you don't have the item to do it.
I have a confession. I check it out of spite every time.
Well, I am, right now the leader of the fan club of opening boxes. So Shard Hunt and all this is right up my alley. So I know I would always open that box as well for sure.
Just for the one time that it's there,
Mm-hmm.
like looking real smart.
Yep. Caleb picking up his cube. We haven't come across cube lock yet. I don't think so. Nice to have that. Just in case.
Well, I know he's looking for something.
Mm. It looks like DVS at some point picked up his black belt as well, so
Still not deciding on what his fourth is. Maybe he wants to check out a little bit more magic just to see who he's going to get the best use out of.
yeah. Seeing how he's in the air right now too, it'd be real easy and quick to stop at Provoke and pick up that black mage and get some of that buffing magic. So that might be his plan, but maybe sooner rather than later, just to grab a few levels of safety on that black mage if that's what he's going to do. Every time they do take a character from the pub, they do start at level 1.
Oh, an ice sword +9.
I just don't understand why I can't roll gear like this when I roll seeds for myself. So this is fun.
Davis right now rolling around in all of his weapons of endgame magnitude. Look at all these weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, Classic Gamer pointing out in chat, even better than the Flame +8. I mean, they got all the endgame weapons they can swing, and the funny thing is, they're probably going to be doing most of it with an unarmed black belt once we get there.
And it's true, they have all these weapons, but they haven't found any fiends to swing it at.
Mm-hmm.
These whiz vamps working over Davis a little bit.
Yeah, they got quite a bunch of HP on them, and they're hitting pretty hard. And there's the crack. There we go. We got him.
You know, the red mage got cracked, but the thief got, almost 11k experience out of it. I'd call it a win.
Yeah, it's not bad. And this is quite a lucrative chess floor as well. I think we have, 14 chests on this floor, if I'm not mistaken?
I believe you're correct, but I've never been good at math, so.
Our tracker, Shadow Flames, pointing out my quick math on the fly is indeed correct. It is 14. Oh, did we miss this before? Was Kraken right below the Volcano Armory the entire time?
I wouldn't put it past us. I've been distracted by all these shiny weapons.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Okay, Shadow Flames pointing out nobody went below the armory earlier. Caleb leaving? Did he check? Did find that Agama grind right there or no? Oh no, he just know. Okay, never mind. I get it. He just liked the bridge boss so much he wanted to show it to us twice.
Well, Davis noped out of it, so one of them had to take it on.
Mm-hmm.
And you were correct. He did find the Agama Grind.
All right, so now we'll see what Caleb plans on doing here. He doesn't have a whole lot of shards in his possession, but at 56 minutes in right now, you really want to do something to get this black belt online pretty soon. So I can see him checking this floor, grabbing everything here, and then maybe looking to get some levels.
I want to take the Wayback Machine back to about the 11-minute mark when Caleb picks up hold 6, and we were kind of thinking, what is he going to use it on? Cast it on the Agama, and it hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm speechless. It's genius.
That is why Caleb is one of the veterans in the community, showing us new guys how to get it done.
I'm sorry, I have to pause my comm so I can take notes on this. Dave is taking an icky wipe on there. Nightmares are truly a threat.
It looks like Davis found the Marsh Cave split. Gonna head north first and check what's in the attic.
So it looks like Davis is up to 12 shards, and that puts us pretty close to the halfway point.
Yeah, and still no fiends found yet, aside from Kraken. So Kraken will give our runners 4 shards once they defeat the boss and step on the pedestal to quote-unquote light the orb. You do need to step on the pedestal. You will not get the shards just for killing the fiend.
And I believe fiends are shuffled, so that could be Lich.
Oh, that's right. And that happened last night in the race last night, the Randomania race. Lich was on the Kraken floor.
Caleb hitting up the armory, finding his Fire 4 stick, finding these Gersharks and Wizsahags. And he's going to find the bad news that these Gersharks have rolled over 500 health.
Mm-hmm. And so it looked like Marsh split bottom led to Marsh top. So on the next island, we're going to find the C split. So Davis finding all of the fun places to go right now. So were you
Gershark's giving Caleb the business.
What was that, you think? Was that at least 700 HP, maybe more?
I think it was more than 700.
Burt Reynolds in chat pointing out that the easiest 4 shards of his life. I'm assuming he was talking about Lich last night.
Even though Caleb took a wipe to that trap tile, comes back in and is exactly in the same spot as he was. Barely lost any time out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things you learn watching some of these runners. You're going to see wipes and you're going to take wipes, but it's how you respond to those and get back in the saddle, as you will. A wipe doesn't mean you lose.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Looks like Caleb is going to give it a shot and see what fiend is down here standing on Kraken's altar.
Chat, who do you think we're going to see? You think we're going to get Vanilla, Kraken, or someone else?
You guys got a 25% chance of getting it right. I'm going to go... If I had to guess right here, I'm going to say Carrie. I just feel like Carrie's going to be sitting here.
You know, based on Caleb's luck so far, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Warmack.
Let's not give our devs any ideas, okay? They've done enough to us for alternate final bosses to make us have to go through 2 Warmechs and 6 bad men, so I'll pass.
I think this is going to be Kraken. I really do.
Classic Gamer calling out Carrie. Swank saying Kraken.
Davis finding the Sea Shrine split level.
These lobsters telling Caleb, yeah, before you're going to see who's behind this door, you got to go through me first, and almost smacking down his black belt.
Lobsters are just the worst.
Oh boy. And we got Tiamat.
We're out of Bane charges.
Yeah, I think Caleb might have, yeah. Ouch.
Now, Tiamat not hitting that hard. It was hard enough to kill him in one hit, but it wasn't, it wasn't thousands of damage. It was 5 hits for about 500.
Still enough to take out his party, but I mean, if you can come back there a little later, maybe get some evasion up, maybe have some better gear. I think he's still rocking that chain -4. You know, I mean, maybe.
And Caleb making his way through ordeals. Once he gets to the end of this, he's going to find the floater and be in the air.
You got to think once Caleb finds this floater here, he's going to feel just a little bit upset with himself, considering this is here the whole time, right at Northwest Castle.
If I'm Caleb, right now, I'm hoping that Davis has found all of the terrible things that I found, and that he is sitting at about the same spot. But it looks like Davis is pulling a little bit ahead on this. He's been in the air for about 18 minutes now. Is up to 14 shards.
Yeah. Simply Jeff pointing out in chat, the Agama fact 462, Agamas suffer from tax evasion and entropy.
That sounds right.
Yeah. All right, interesting. Davis comes across Bahamut right there, and he just immediately promotes. He wants to get his hands on some of this gear that he's hanging on to. He's not going to worry about getting that black belt up before turning it into a master.
Yeah, if I've got Wall 7 at level 1, I couldn't care less waiting.
Caleb immediately heading over to the Ryukon Desert. Going to get in the air almost 20 minutes behind DVS.
This is where we're going to see Caleb kick it into high gear. I think he is going to explore. He's going to go maybe take out some of the places that he wiped out of before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks like you're right. He's going to go right back for these shards down here, I think.
Or this could be an elaborate juke, and he's just getting some magic and then going to head up to the Cardia Isles.
Could be.
Yeah, if I was stocked up with a bunch of fog 8s, I think I would have. No, I think I'd go after Tiamat again.
All right, looks like Davis has found the carry floor.
Now, we're still pretty low on incentive items found.
Yeah, sometimes with floor and entrance shuffle, it'll do that to you. But then once you get in the air and you start exploring some other areas, it can just really start to pick up pretty fast.
Finding the rod on the carry floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think we've seen rod locked either, so that's something that you like to see before you come across a dead end you can't go past.
Well, I'm 0 for 1 on calling fiends, so I'm going to call that this one's going to be cracking. This time, it's going to be cracking.
I'm going to think that this is going to be Lich. But before that, we're going to watch Davis get some levels on these metal slimes. They're a pretty nice enemy to take care of. They can hit hard sometimes, but these don't look like they're swinging too bad. He's got that Fire Force stick, going to put in some work. Looks like they've rolled below 108 HP, so that's going to be pretty quick to get through.
Sub 108, gross.
Mm-hmm.
Metal exterior, but they're made out of some sort of marshmallow inside.
Classic Gamer in chat saying that he's calling carry again, and that they will eventually be right. You know what? You are not wrong. Eventually, we will be right.
Nope, I've proven that wrong several times. But no, I'm going to change my answer. I'm going with Burt Reynolds. He's never steered me wrong. It's going to be Lich. I change it.
We're going to find out in about 6 seconds right here.
Oh no, we're doing a grind.
Okay, well, he sees that these metal slimes go down to one shot out of this Fire Force stick. He's going to get them all down. He's going to take this master, and he's going to get some levels right now. You know, considering that he's really right here, it's one floor down on Cardia. This is a nice move. I like this idea.
I mean, taking these grinds is always going to be danger-esque, but...
Mm-hmm.
That black belt wasn't hitting that hard, and it's still only level 15. Oh, Fire Force stick. I forgot.
Yep. This Fire Force stick is going to put in some work right now.
Who needs to punch things when you can just point a fiery stick at them?
I
don't know where I was going with that.
Sparky Boomstick. As you can see, these metal slimes, even with that X-Cal plus 5 hits for 5 damage. You got to really crit these guys to do any kind of physical damage to them. That's why spells are the way to go. Or casting items, for that matter.
All right, so real talk. How long do you take this metal slime grind?
I mean, you got your 3-man party right here. I feel like I can't see him three-manning this, like to your point earlier about having the bosses where they are. So I can't see him going all the way to 50 with this master. He's just kind of leaving that ninja out in front, and whatever levels they get superfluously, they'll take. But I could see him going up to, you know, the 40s for sure. What did Shadow Flames point out before with the hits on the black belt? I think 36. They get 8 hits this time, so I could see it going to 36, taking those 8 hits and then seeing what it is.
A dulcimer. The instrument I was thinking of is a dulcimer.
I like to think of myself as a fairly educated guy. What is a dulcimer? You gotta help me out here.
I fell in love with the dulcimer about 11 years ago when Cyndi Lauper went on Australian American Idol to sing Time After Time from her 1983 album. Oh, what was it called? She's So Unusual, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And she was playing the Appalachian version of it. Gorgeous instrument.
Very cool, man. I gotta YouTube that later and check it out. Yep, there it is. Shadow Flames pointing out 10 hits at 36, 12 hits at 46. So I could see him, you know, I could see him turning around and walking out and proving all of us wrong, like he's doing right now. I take it all back.
My problem is you still have that black mage HP, and I know that doesn't affect it a lot because I think it's still going to have, you know, regular vitality.
Mm-hmm. I think he has black mage vitality, so the HP is going to gain a little less, but he's going to be able at the end to be still around the 700s because that black belt's just going to be, it's just going to have a lot of HP.
But if you're looking to have 40 absorb, trying to frontline a punch happy Kraken.
Mm-hmm. Oof, that was really scary for a second. He was walking out, that Gerworm threw out some frost and almost took out his master right there, and he would have lost everything he did. That was going to be scary.
Well, I was somehow wrong twice.
So was I.
And that carry taking a shot to his face for 700 and some change damage.
Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, we're just going to go back and we're going to throw some sticks at this slime a little bit.
Those slimes still hit pretty hard. I mean, you can't beat this experience per hour here. Caleb finds the Q block finally. And Caleb making his way down Marsh Cave. While it looks like Davis is entering about minute 7 of his grind overall, and I don't blame him. This is great experience. If he wanted to take it all the way up to 50, I wouldn't blame him. And Caleb finding Matoya, not having the crystal though, so he's going to vacate the premises, go elsewhere. And I'm still kind of wondering where we're looking at for the loose items. Still haven't seen a lot of the key items, and I don't think we've seen a loose.
No, that is correct. We have not come across that loose item yet.
Davis taking a wipe. I mean, it wasn't. It was only about a minute's worth of time. It was nothing serious, but every time he goes in there, he knows what he's chancing. Yeah, rock solid. You are not wrong. It's that black belt, the master, is not going to have the best magic defense. It's only gaining 1 magic defense per level, and without his red mage up, he's not going to be able to cast wall on it. But good thing these slimes are just punch happy.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, they even have below 96 HP, but more than 74. So I'm a little surprised though that he's taking these metal slimes where he knows where that Agama is, just that one floor down. It feels a little safer than this fight. I mean, I guess this fire stick is safe too, and it's probably more HP.
Yeah, all he's got to get is turn order.
Yeah,
which he just can't seem to get. He's constantly going last on me.
Yeah, classic.
I mean, it's not his fault, obviously.
Yeah, classic gamer also reminding us the Agamas do have squint, so this probably is a safer fight, even though they are pretty punchy.
Oh yeah, I remember there was a reason that I didn't like the Agama. And Caleb methodically checking all the chests. I'm pretty sure that while this grind has been going on, even though it's only eaten up about 8 minutes, I think Caleb has caught back up in the shard hunt.
Yeah, I think I saw he's at 14 right now, so that's definitely right on the heels.
That's what's terrifying about both of these runners. I mean, if you slow down, if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. They will catch right back up even when things look bad.
All right, Davis here closing in on level 32. I gotta wonder if he's going to stop here or if he's going to just take this straight up into the 40s.
The more levels he gains, the safer this grind is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gaining HP every time through, so that's for sure. Already doing 8 hits of damage. That's nice. So we got 2 different things going on right now. We got DVS taking his levels, getting on up there into the 30s. We got Caleb going back and picking up all the chunks he left behind early that he knew were there. So right now, I think Caleb is actually taking a shard lead. 16-14 maybe? Oh wait, I think it's 16-16. I think I just saw DVS's screen right there.
Caleb grabbing another chunk. That probably puts him in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think they're essentially tied in shards. Mm-hmm. What Davis has is the black belt grind. Mm-hmm. So we're looking at. Would you be comfortable saying Davis probably has an 8-minute lead over Caleb at this point?
I would say that probably feels roughly about right. I mean, you know that Caleb is going to have to get his levels to get this black belt online. And by the time he goes to get there, Davis is already going to be done. So we'll see how long it takes for Caleb to catch back up.
Caleb finding some delicious Sarias.
Tasty. Saria's the green skin cousin of the Agama. Little less HP, little less XP, but go down quite faster.
I consider Saria's free experience, and free experience is something that you can't buy.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm trying to figure out how to give kind of a recap of everything that's gone on. We've been going on, we're pushing the 83-minute mark coming up.
Mm-hmm.
If someone asked me to describe exactly what's going on, I don't even know where I begin. Grab someone that can swing a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, right here we got weapons of choice. They got anything they want to swing. We got swords that have all rolled into the +8 or 9 range, and yet you're going to need a black belt to kind of take this game out. So all this great weaponry, and they're going to be punching with their fists. They got shard hunt going on, so definitely getting some boxes open, and we need our levels and we need to go fast. So we're going to see what DVS does here after taking his levels on that black belt.
It looks like he opted not to take on Carrie. He's going to revive his party members.
That's probably a smart move, even if you're just throwing him out there for a meat shield in front.
I'll tell you, I would have been tempted to take on Carrie, but then again, I also would have lost all my levels doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I could see saving outside real quick and dipping in there to see, but this is probably the safer play. And at this point, you got your levels. You got some plan here to go through the end game. You don't want to take a step back and lose everything you just did.
That's why they call Davis the professor. Always thinking, always intelligent, making sound plays, sound moves. Davis is about to take his first trek into the Sea Shrine area.
And he's going to find that Sea Shrine floor. How convenient. So you also saw two different schools of thought right there. Caleb came across Bahamut, and oh wait, he doesn't have the tail, so he didn't promote even if he wanted to, probably. But I think he might have not promoted anyway.
I mean, based on his party comp, he doesn't really gain much out of promoting. He's going to get the red. He's going to get a couple of level 7, level 8 spell unlocked for it. But I mean, you've really got everything that you need.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got? I know that there was Fast 5 and Lock 6, both at level 4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cure 7 was also at level 4. So to answer the question, it looks like level 38 is where we decided to stop on that black belt.
And it's got to make you wonder if Davis knows the blursing for these characters here and doing the math on the fly, knowing he can stop there at 38 instead of having to take it up to 42 for that extra hit. As Davis remembering and noticing, he does not have the key to be able to check Cardia key lock or Corneria key lock.
That is an incentive location, but he has the information where it is. As soon as he gets that key, he is close to coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb finding himself in another precarious situation.
Oh boy. Oof, Caleb able to get away from those whiz vamps. Alright, so let's see what Davis can do here against Carrie the second time around.
That black belt only hit for 300 damage.
Yeah, 3 hits, 300 damage. Looks like Carrie's got some evasion here. Oh, and fast. Look out. Oh, there we go. 5 hits, 702. That'll do it.
Oh, thank goodness, because that fasted carry was about to... I don't even know what.
Yeah, she was about to let loose right there.
Well, that was a quick 2 shards there for Davis. Battling back and forth. They're both around the 18 mark out of the 31 needed.
Mm-hmm.
We've already seen where Topher is, and that's Canaria Castle.
Quite convenient that it's right there as well and not buried somewhere away from a town or just out in the middle of nowhere.
I really like finding it, especially in Canaria Castle, but somewhere close, somewhere easy to access. I hate when it's, in Vanilla Ordeals or Lefane.
Oh, man. Vanilla Ordeals is quite possibly the worst. That and Lefane, you're right. You hate to walk to have to get where you want to be. Caleb picking up his bottle. We have seen Gaia.
And yeah, those vampires sure pack a punch.
Yep. Team Edward fan club.
So we're approaching the hour 30-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't look like... It does look like Davis is going to just 3-man through this and probably pick up his 4th for a quick meat shield.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bold strategy. We'll see how it pays off. I just feel like the extra security of having that black mage that can cast some of these, buffing spells would have been nice to have. But, at this point, there's really no need. I mean, to get him any kind of levels to make him useful, you'll already be setting yourself behind.
And Shadow Flames is right, pointing out that we are definitely on the rod-locked area that Davis has found, so we're going to see what's below there. This time it's going to be Kraken. And I love this on Davis. He's keeping those heal 3 helmets just in case, like an insurance policy.
Mm-hmm.
Race with
All right,
temper
well, blinking you
6.
Hey, and there's the key. All right, so essentially, once Davis finds his remaining shards, that's go mode for him. Oh, convenient. Earth below Earth. How about that? So, if you're Davis now, you have your oboe, you have your key, you have what you need to get into the final dungeon right here. You just need your shards. I mean, you got to figure that he's going to put the pedal to the floor here and just really step on the gas.
Hey, you're not wrong, but he's checked a lot of areas with a lot of chest density. So they're really, I'm looking for fiends.
Yeah.
I'm looking specifically for air and water, which we know where the water fiend is, but we haven't seen where Tiamat, quote unquote, was hanging.
That's right. And we know T is sitting on Kraken's floor there, right below the Volcano Armory, one floor down on Dwarf Cave. But we have not seen the squid yet. Ooh, Opal +5. That's a nice piece of armor right there.
They must have thought it was a weapon.
There you go, Caleb. Thank you. You got to say hi to the Hooray Dwarf. Oh, and there it is.
Mass immune +1.
Yep.
Did anyone have that in chat? I mean, I'm pretty sure I said it was going to be Mass immune +1, and there's no need to rewind the tape and fact check that.
Yeah, I think you did. So, interesting dilemma here with this Mass Moon +1, Vorpal +9. What are you taking into the end game right there?
See that? I don't know. I do see that we have temper sticks. You know, at that point, I got to go Vorpal just because 500. If anything rolls high evade, you know, you're going to need those crits.
Yep. I'm going to agree with you right there. I mean, normally you would take the Massa under any circumstance, even if the Vorpal rolled up, but you're really going to need those crits to punch through on these fiends.
But I'm definitely putting the Massa on someone.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you can give it to the ninja, because he's going to be swinging that Vorpal on the Red Wizard. He's going to be punching with that Black Belt. That ninja's swinging that X-Cal +5. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you keep that X-Cal on and you just kind of have the Massa for show.
You know, I know that the X-Cal doesn't have as good of a crit as the Massa or even the Katana. It would be a hard choice. I don't know if I could keep the X-Cal on as a serious weapon at this point. Davis finding the fiend that he wanted to find.
He punched his way through Lich right there, picking up a couple of chunks, and now he's going to find Kraken behind Tia's door. Let's get some of that Bless RNG out in chat. Let's see if we can find ourselves a War Mech before Davis gets across the Bridge of Destiny.
This time, I'm calling Kraken. He's going to find it. 0 for 3. There's no way I'm going 0 for 4. And also, this is kind of terrifying to me, watching someone like Davis just 10 minutes ago We're like, yeah, he's sitting around 16 shards. Everything's going great. All of a sudden, hits the gas, and
Oof. That was a big punch from Kraken taking out that red wizard. Oof. Okay.
did anyone get the license plate on that Kraken?
Oof. So, seeing how these fiends are punching right here with Tiamat and Kraken just in their first form, I mean, you got to be a little worried right here for the end game with these other final bosses. I mean, you're only going to have to face 2 of them, luckily, going through Short Topher. But, I mean, you got Fog 8, but you don't really have any other kind of evasion, protection, or really anything else. I think I saw maybe a couple single casts of this Invis Gauntlet that you see Caleb picking up, but you're going to be in quite a spot here.
You're right. That's all I would be thinking about is if these guys are hitting this hard now, what am I in for come Topher?
Yeah, that's what would be going through my head right now. I'd be thinking, what can I do to kind of prepare myself?
And if I'm doing the math correctly, it looks like Davis is just looking for 8 more shards, and that is just going to be Kraken and Tiamat.
Yep, and he knows exactly where both of them are, probably. I'm not sure if he dipped down here and saw, but he's going to find Tiamat behind this door, so he's going to know that he's right there.
Yeah, I mean, this could turn into a race of how many casts of Invis can you get off on that gauntlet before you get slapped to bejesus and back.
Mm-hmm. And Classic Gamer pointing out in chat that he had a 100 to 500% Kraken 2 just absolutely decimate a level 50 knight once with highly armored. So that's what we could be looking at here going to the Temple of Fiends. You know, that was a... God.
Yeah, Tiamat was hitting hard and not hard enough, though.
I just noticed Caleb, too, just a little cheeky pickup there, picking up Fast 7. I think that'll cast Fast on the entire party. So, with swinging some of these weapons, I mean, any kind of extra mitigated damage is definitely going to help once you face these fiends. So that could be, not quite maybe a game changer, but that could definitely be something that gives him a tiny bit of an advantage.
Davis, the professor, showing off his smarts, going back to check the key-locked areas in Marsh. That is an incentive item. Not this specific room, but 3 doors down.
You got to think, too, it wouldn't hurt, he thinks, to maybe find a chunk or 2 in here and maybe not have to worry about going back to Kraken Honda. Well, it looks like we just got our answer right there from Caleb. He sees that the Lefanians give him the tail, and he just nopes right out of there. No promotion for him.
So that's where the crystal was hiding. What's really impressive is you take a look at that little interaction that Caleb had with the shop. His menuing is still on point, even though it's been 100 minutes into this match.
Mm-hmm. All right, that
And a Saber 3. Nice.
You gotta like that. That's gonna definitely help to, if one of your temper casters gets shot down, that'll be useful.
And Davis finding Dead End City.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like we got Caleb 6 shards away, and we got Davis 4. So this is gonna be mighty close, but Davis has the level advantage.
This is still where I'm getting the edge of my seat ready, because this race is going to be close.
Mm-hmm. Temple of Fiends is the great equalizer, and we do have short Topher on tonight, so thankfully we won't have to see deep dives through the dungeon, but we could see multiple dives, that's for sure.
Something to Davis's credit, though. I mean, if he runs in there with a level 42, level 46 black belt and wipes out of it, where do you even go from there?
I mean, at that point, you just gotta, probably dive right back in and just hope for some better RNG and turn order. I mean, there's nothing you can really do at that point. You're not gonna be able to get much better.
The tension's kind of building here as everyone's kind of flirting around the end game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at this point with Caleb, he's getting close to the shard count. Do you think he's going to spend 5-10 minutes going for a black belt grind, or do you think he's going to take a look at Topher, see what's going on beforehand?
I mean, right now he's level 21, 22. I mean, you're not going to feel really good about dipping into Topher with these kind of boss levels, at that kind of levels on your light warriors. So maybe he dips a toe in to see what he can get through. He's got some good weapons to swing. He's got that saber bonk. I mean, we'll see. But, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting endgame, that's for sure.
Caleb with 4 shards to go. Davis picked up 2 more, 2 to go.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't believe that Caleb has his key yet.
I think he just picked it up there from the rod lock floor, so that should be go mode for him.
This is what I get for looking away for.
Shadow Flame saying he's a little bit slow on the take up. Shadow, you're doing a great job, buddy. You keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate everything you do for us.
This is just another case of Deadpaul saying something insightful yet wrong.
Classic Gamer calling out in chat. He wants to see TFC, but I don't know if we're going to see it because there is the final chunk for Davis. He's going to just go for it right now. All right, so which way are you going to go here, left or right?
I always go left, and I'm always wrong.
I tend to usually go right, and I am also wrong. So between us, we're going to be wrong here again.
Maybe there's a secret entrance right down the middle.
So interested to see what kind of fiends we're going to have lined up here, because you would hope to see a Lich followed up by a carry, and we got the first one. We got a Lich to start.
And this Lich seems to have weak wrists.
Not much HP on that one either.
This is where the excitement sets in. You're one fiend down, one to go.
So, good information to have right now, knowing that Lich is a little spongy. And I think we'll be treating Tiamat with a little bit more respect than we showed Lich. Eight hits for just over 600 damage. Seven hits, 653. Wall 8 goes off. Swing from that ninja, 186. Ice 4 for chip damage.
Kill 8 missing, thank goodness.
And 626 damage. Down goes Tiamat.
The Professor on Chaos. 1 hour, 48 minutes.
All right. So let us see what the final Ultimate Fiend has to offer for us. You want to take this one, Dead Pulse?
He's going to have somewhere between 3,500 and 10,000 health. We haven't seen much of the spell list. If anything, it's entirely possible that, I don't even want to say it because I'm going to jinx it. I have had terrible luck today with that. So I'm just going to let it ride.
Looks like he moved that Vorpal 9 onto the ninja, so let's see what happens here. Alright, we're going to throw out some fast. Invis. Wall 8 goes off. Oof, big punch. 1 HP left on that red wizard. Can he get this fast off?
And we take the Wayback Machine, those heal 3 helmets.
Alright, swing from the Vorpal. 2 hits, 195. Punch from Chaos. Alright, it just might be oof, this Chaos has got some hit behind it. He did not get much evasion or anything off here before he started taking some damage. He's just swinging and hoping.
It's almost hold A and pray mode.
Yeah, he's rub misses. He's getting the evasion up. He's gonna go with this bonk, get that full evasion stack, and hope for the best.
As this was going on, Caleb finds his last shard. He doesn't have the levels, but is he going to take a chance and run into Topher?
Looks like Caleb's going to maybe take a little bit of a quick grind on these fires. Probably not. Oh, he is. Okay. All right. All right, we got Davis punching. 2 hits, 104. That is not the kind of damage we're looking for on this Chaos. We could be here a while. But this Chaos is very punchy. Haven't seen any spells or skills yet. He's got him caught in a crit loop. Wow, here we go. All right, so let's see here. How long is this going to last?
104 damage. I mean,
We can be here upwards of 100 turns.
But you're right, it's only a matter of time.
Yep.
And Caleb just trying to pick up a couple of levels for his entire party, see if he can survive a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We did see that these fiends did not have the most HP that we thought they might have, but Chaos here, yeah, we'll see what he ends up having. You know, DVS is going to get there eventually, but it might take him a minute.
Every time the master hits, I keep thinking, is this going to be the one?
Yep.
And eventually, I'm going to be right.
So punch, 2 hits, just going to keep chipping away at this chaos. Slowly but surely, we're going to get there.
Now, I understand what an RNG loop is, but Luffy, could you explain a little bit more about what's going on?
I'm going to be 100% honest, Sweet Deadpulse. All I know is you hold A and pray. I do not know the logistics behind this kind of thing. One of our, maybe somebody in chat can point that out, Classic Gamer or Bert. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but essentially Chaos is just going to be stuck swinging. He's got the evasion up, so he's going to keep missing. And every hit's going to be the same. You're going to constantly keep seeing this 2 hits for 104. So the damage won't change. Eventually, Davis is going to knock him down. It's just going to take a minute. Classic Gamer pointing out that it has something to do with the memory with a character in slot 3 or 4. And Bert's saying he knows, but he doesn't want to type it all out, so just hold A and pray. I can respect that.
Well, whatever the reason is, it's working.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had a counter. Like, I have legitimately lost count at how many times this master has, quit hitting yourself to chaos.
Yeah, he's like a big brother sitting on a little brother's chest right now, punching him in the face. It's just it's got to be upwards of about 30 turns so far by now, maybe more. So Chaos has at least over 3,000 HP, but I mean we could be here another 3-4 minutes maybe.
Well, each turn taking approximately 5 seconds. I'm sure someone can do the math out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bert, why would you?
Oh, no.
When the biggest fear in the last 4 minutes is your meat hook cramping up.
And there it is. Davis, GG's, takes out the Ultimate Fiend Chaos. Very impressive.
Yeah, let's get those GG's in chat.
Yeah, Davis finishes with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 10 seconds. GG's, Davis.
As that was going on, Caleb is doing the Whiz Mummy grind with his Fire Staff, hoping to get that black belt up in some levels. I think Davis should be joining us in chat shortly. Looks like Caleb is going to go res his guys. Maybe go take a swing at Topher. Napkin math is best math. Caleb running in, taken out. I bet that Davis and Caleb will join us at the same time after Caleb finishes this up.
Yep, that sounds about right. Two great competitors put on quite a show for us tonight.
And this puts Davis tying up the record between the two of them at 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
See, what's also interesting, I know that Davis loves these type of flags, and he specifically picked these flags for tonight. And but I mean, Caleb hanging right in there. I mean, he had a couple of early bad wipes that he had no control over, was able to retake control of the situation.
Yep. I mean, that early game for Caleb was a little rough. If he had been able to get out of some of those early dungeons with those chunks that he left behind, I mean, this could have been a much different ending.
Caleb already taken out the speed bump.
As our tracker Shadow Flames points out in chat, give or take, Chaos had about 7,300 HP, so that was roughly 70 or so turns of Davis swinging away right there, knocking him down. And we are now joined in chat by our winner of tonight's race, Davis. How you doing, man? GG's.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you. That was about what I expected it to be.
So, Davis, how about them weapons?
Yeah. I mean, it was funny picking up the Thief and seeing that they could wield Excal, and then seeing an Excal +5 like for cheap in the shop. Mm-hmm. And then the Vorpal 9 was nice, but my Red Mage couldn't do anything with it. So yeah, it worked out eventually. Just took time.
And even if you didn't like any of those, you still had the Flame Sword 8, the Ice Sword 9.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I didn't, the tough thing was, that early grind with the Agamas, having the Flame Sword 8 is great, but it was, like, the worst choice against the Agamas. But, I think that decision to stop and grind Agamas to, 15 or 18, whatever it was kind of, the key turning point for me. That and finding the Thief in Elfland. I felt like once I had those two things, then it was just a matter of, be smart, keep your gear up, and just kind of don't do anything stupid.
Would you walk me through your thought process? You went through with a 3-man team. Was that planned, or?
Eventually. I mean, when I started this, it was, I need a black belt, because with 500 clamps, it was 500. It was 150 to 500, something like that. 150 to 500 on bosses. I knew I needed to do a lot of damage, So that was a given. And then as soon as I found the encounter table, which was pretty ridiculous, I knew that I needed a thief. So it was whatever I'm forced into, then the thief, then the black belt. And then it was, do I need a fourth? And if I do, I want to pick something that is actually going to do something. And I didn't feel like any particular class would have improved my party. So I decided to keep the 3-man and just kind of let the experience roll and do what I could with what I had.
Yeah, finding those metal slimes that were essentially made out of marshmallows was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were, which was nice, but they still managed to ruin 2 of my grinds. So it's funny because, last week the duckling flags were on black belts, and it was interesting because this was kind of like a merger of the last 2 weeks of duckling flags, because it was the black belt and finding the right grind. Like, you saw me find the eye tile, which is normally amazing, but the eyes had 500 HP, which made it completely worthless. Finding those metal slimes was awesome. Having the fire 4-stick was great. They all had 70 something HP, but they can hit you for 40 or 50, and if you're not careful, then they can still take you down. So it was definitely one of those, okay, I'm glad I found this, but this is very dangerous, and I could lose time if I do something stupid. Going back to the Agama grind, which is what I was thinking of doing, would have been safer, but I'm not sure it would have been faster. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking with that.
Yeah, we were talking about that, wondering if you were going to go back to the Agamas, but they did have, I think it was Glance, so you probably made the right call at the end of the day, sticking with those marshmallow slimes.
Yeah, I don't know the experience tables as well as a lot the more veteran runners are. I feel like the metal slimes was the better experience grind, but I just made the decision and stuck around. Hopefully it was the right one. Seemed like it worked.
GG, buddy.
GG, Caleb.
That was pretty fun. So remember we were talking to Voice about how usually there's a moment in these seeds where you feel like your feet are underneath you and you can just go?
Yeah.
It didn't happen until I was fighting Chaos. I've never relied so heavily on fog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when Chaos punched my black belt for 3 hits, 3 damage, I was like, oh, okay, we're in the show now. I'm just gonna go. Yeah.
Well, so I think I told you before I jumped over here, but I had that crit loop of 102 damage, and the first thing I did was I looked in our track. I think Shadow's tracking today. Our tracker, Shadowed Flames, had Chaos Spoiler about 7,000 HP on Chaos. So yeah, it was about 4 or 5 minutes of me just sitting there holding A and hoping that Caleb didn't catch up.
Yeah, we lost count of how many times you went through that, but it felt like it was probably about 60-something by the time you got any kind of damage in and started getting to that loop. It was interesting to watch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a demonstration of a crit loop. It just happened to be a pretty bad one. And it was like, okay, could I find another one? Maybe. I don't know crit loops well enough. And is it possible that Chaos has a nuke or a nuclear, which would have just destroyed my black belt? So
yeah,
it was hold A and know that I'm gonna win or beat Chaos. It just might take 5 minutes, or make an attempt and potentially have to redive and have the same thing happen. So
yeah, that's what you gotta do. You just gotta lean into it and just hope that the crit loop's good enough.
Yeah.
Today I learned that kill 8 goes through a wall.
Does it now?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
And I want to say that that white mage was wearing a pro ring. So we're going to just reset and take a look, because she definitely got Why am I going to status? Yeah, she was definitely wearing a pro ring. So
Seven.
kill 8 goes through a wall 8 and a pro ring. So
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah. Oh man, I think we both said it. The second we walked into the magic shop and saw Spellcrafter, oh, not a good time. Not a good time.
I feel like Spellcrafter does a good job in, especially when you shuffle the magic levels, and it does a good job in kicking all of the magic into the party's favor. Because I feel like boss scripts with Spellcrafter are much easier to negotiate. Like seeing like Fire 4 or like Tim 3 come out, you're like, oh, whatever. I'd rather see this than Nuke. Because like I feel like I never, not never, but super rarely see Nuke land on an enemy script in Topher.
Well,
I rarely see it in spell shops now too. So.
Well, then on the flip side, like we don't have the best damage either. I think we had Necrotic 8 in level 3.
Yeah.
I picked up Meteo 8.
Yeah.
Because why not? But like literally every time I've ever cast Meteor, it does like 50 damage, and it just confuses me. So
there's a lot of things that resist Earth, so
yeah.
you gotta do it on like, because I was getting like over 400 damage rolls out of the Meat 8. Same with like Neck 8 was doing pretty good work for me too. It's just those two spells are awesome, but they are not a way to get past undead enemies.
Yeah.
And I feel like I saw a lot of undead or enemies that resist death. So it's just kind of like, all right, well, I'm glad I got this Tim 3 to back me up. And even that was like, because I was like, time is good because nothing resists it. It's just, it would have been nice if it was higher than level 3.
Yeah. I just relied on my my Fire 4 stick for most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't get that till late. Because I didn't get the floater till late. So.
Yeah. Well, at least the floater wasn't in a box this time, which was the story of the last time we ran this.
I mean, it was. It was in the box in Ordeals, in the northwest entrance. And last when you'd race these with Ragnarok, it was in the northwest entrance, but it was in a loose box. So
it was in a loose box hidden behind like a fat tile of death for the early game. Actually, it was the exact same thing. It was this full sea snake and lobster.
Yeah.
Tile.
Lobsters were good if you get turn order with the Bane 8, but which was another level 8 spell that just isn't going to do anything against undead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Shoot! I lost my train of thought on something. Whatever. Oh, right. I think our loose item was either the katana or the ribbon.
Yeah, I never found a katana, and I feel like I opened every box I came across.
Yeah, the katana was in Waterfall.
Yeah, I found the katana. I meant ribbon. I didn't find a ribbon.
Ribbon?
Yeah, because my black mage is swinging the katana. Which I mean, like when you have the AOE fast and the AOE tempers, like black mage was doing some damage there on chaos. Like a couple of his swings were hitting for like 200. So
yeah, I didn't find the AOE temper. It was probably.
I think it was level
well above my red wizard.
No, it was level 3 or 4, I think.
Oh really?
I can just do this.
Oh, maybe I did have it and I just didn't use it. Yeah,
temper 6.
That's a typical me move.
Temper 6.
Hmm.
Yeah. Temper 6 and Fast 7 and Wall 8. Like it sucked that the Black Mage only had 2 spell charges. Again, I should have read the flags better, but yeah.
So Caleb, you had a little bit of trouble in the early going.
A little bit
with some of the others. I'm sugarcoating it.
We're being gentle.
No, so, the early game was no muy bueno.
What was going through your mind, basically?
Yeah. Davis, you could probably answer this question. Davis and I were hanging out in voice. Like the early game, I felt okay. Like getting through Temple of Fiends like took a little bit, but it was like 3 to 4 minutes, and I had Garland down. It just the learning that the encounter table was going to be as trash as it was is always a fun lesson to learn early. And then like I felt good getting through Temple of Fiends and finding Sarda and getting the ship, and I was like, all right, feel pretty good. And then I skipped Matoya's, so I never went to Matoya's. It's probably where that ribbon was. Immediately went south to Elfland, as is my strategy with entrance 4 shuffle. Especially with towns that are just shuffled amongst themselves. Like, hey, I got a town and a dungeon right next to each other. Let me go check this out. And the Elfland Castle dungeon, like being less than greater than into Sky 1 into Mermaids, like I almost made it out of there. And if I had made it out of there, I felt like I probably wouldn't have got as tilted as I did. Because like once I wiped out of that, I was like, all right, I knew that's slab. But, you know, there's a good amount of chunks there. There's a lot of money there that I really want. So I was like, let me just go see what Northwest has. And it was Ordeals. And I was like, there's no way I can do Ordeals. I need to go focus on towns because it's just town shuffle. And I need to find Elfland. I need to fill out my party and get some not like dragging around a level 1 character like at the hour 30 mark. So I went back and started checking towns, and then I just stopped checking entrances for like, I've completely just like, I'll do Ordeals later, I'll do Marsh and Matoya and Dwarf Cave, all that stuff later, and I just kept hoping that those little fetch quests that I was finding were going to pay out. Like, when I found Elfland Castle on the other side of the Titan's Trove, I was like, alright, I'm going to find that herb, and then I got the herb and went back there, and it didn't give me anything, it gave me Chime or something. And I was like, alright, well, I guess I'm going to Mirage, because I feel like in my strategy with like 1v1s is if you have something that you think's an advantage, press it. And I was like, maybe Davis is getting hung up in Ordeals or